Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good. How's lockdown been going for you?
Yes, trying to keep busy. But yeah, same old same. Trying to just doing what everyone else is doing. Trying to keep sane and active. How's it with you?
Exactly the same. Like I can relate to the sane part, to be
Yeah,
honest. Like the whole I find it quite easy to sort of wake up and then I don't know, like go for a walk or maybe do a workout. So like the active part is okay,
yeah,
but it's kind of more like mentally, like how are you keeping sort of stimulated and motivated, and then that definitely ties in with being sane.
yeah, definitely. I've taken up doing puzzles.
Have you?
Yeah, since this whole lockdown thing, I've so far completed two puzzles on the third one. Um, but yeah, so I've been doing that. Been riding a bike, bought a bike as well for lockdown. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice. What's the kind of like biggest puzzle you've done, the most pieces?
they're always 1,000 pieces.
Whoa,
Yeah.
hardcore. So like serious puzzling.
Yeah. Literally, I went from zero to nothing. So,
Zero to hero in like 10. How's a lot of questions have been coming in about how you're keeping active and how
yeah,
you're kind of maintaining your rehab during lockdown. How's that going for you?
yeah. To be fair, quite well. Not a lot has changed except for the surface that I've been going on. So I've been doing a lot of stuff in just local parks.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm able to run, change the direction stuff, ball work. So I've ticked off pretty much every box. I'm just waiting now to get back to a team setting where there's more bodies that I can get involved with. But other than that, yeah, all is well. Feeling good, feeling fit, fresh. So yeah,
I read when you posted maybe last week, a couple of weeks ago, your Players Tribune
yeah,
article,
mhm.
and I shared again today. So if anyone needs to read that, you all need to read it. It's all in the stories. But no, it's a really, really good piece, and you wrote that yourself, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, I was had an interview with the Players Tribune, and then yeah, the guy I was speaking to, he pretty much put it all together. But yeah, it's all my words. He's just put it together really, really well.
And how did you find that process? Was it like a little bit of a relief, a little bit cathartic to kind of get all those words out?
Um, it was quite nice to talk to someone about it. But yeah, obviously it's hard still to speak about certain things, and I'm still going through it now. But yeah, no, it was nice to sort of just speak to someone about it, get my story out there, and hopefully, try and inspire someone else who might be going through difficult times the same way I have been. So that's what I sort of wanted to do, just get my story out there, and then if it can help one person, then I've helped somebody.
Yeah, I think it will definitely do that. Like reading it, it was, I mean, unless you're a professional athlete, I suppose, or like you do a lot of sport or you come from a sporting background, like the idea of tearing your ACL,
Mhm.
it's alien to quite a lot of people. But I mean, it's not happened to you once, has it? It's happened to you twice.
Yeah, some will say bad luck. Everything seems to happen for a reason. So, I'm just waiting to see what that reason is. But yeah, it's not ideal. Lost 2 years so far of pretty much a good time of my career. So yeah, now it's just a case of getting back to what I know I can do, and back to playing and loving the sport.
Yeah, someone's just commented, you're on a different level, you're pure elite. So,
Thanks, appreciate it. I can't see any comments, but
can
appreciate
you
that.
not?
Whoever that was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't make it up. It's true. It's on there, even if you
Someone
can't see
saying that, yeah. Nothing come up on the screen, but yeah, that's fine. I appreciate that.
it. There you go. A lot of the girls, they were asking when you be back, when you be playing. So they're really excited to seeing you make your return to football.
Yep, me too. I'm just as excited. So yeah, watch this space.
And it was really nice to read in the article that, you get a lot of support from your mum, but also the teammates that you work with. How close are you with your teammates? Like, what's that environment like at Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm quite close with everyone on the team. To be fair, they probably won't say the same. I'll probably annoy them. Yeah, no, I'm cool with everyone. Everyone's been supportive for both my injuries now. The players that were there last year, and the players that are currently I'm playing with now. So yeah, I can't fault the support of the girls at the club.
How long have you been at Arsenal now?
This is my 11th year, 11th season.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, wow, wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I say it out loud, it seems like forever. I mean, it is forever, but yeah, 11 years. I feel quite old when I say that.
No, not at all, not at all. Was that like always the plan? Like join Arsenal and then stay there for as long as you can? Like, was that your club growing up? Was that like the dream?
Obviously I started at Leyton Orient, which is my local team. And then Vic Akers sort of got me across and wanted me to come to Arsenal when I was 16, but I couldn't get across. My mum couldn't take me. But yeah, then I came across to the reserves in the first team. And then I've just been there ever since. I mean, to me, Arsenal's home. That's all I know is Arsenal. You know, I'm a diehard Arsenal fan, but you know, I mean, it's not up to me whether I'm there or not. It's up to so, but yeah, so far, yeah, I've had a good run there. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's not up to you, but obviously, like your performances over the seasons obviously speak for themselves. And I mean, if you've been somewhere for 11 years, then I can imagine players kind of join and they think, oh, look, there's Dan, like she's part of the furniture, like she's an absolute idol, she's a legend. Like, do you get that with any of the younger ones?
Yeah, a lot of the younger girls who have been and gone. For example, I'm really good friends with Lotta.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, so I sort of try and help who I can help. I don't really look at age as a factor. Like I said, me and Lotta are really good friends, and there's a big age gap there. But yeah, you'd have to ask her how she felt when she came to training with all of the older girls.
No, one of the girls sent a question in. They wanted to know, like, who are your closest friends at Arsenal?
That'll be Jordan. I've known Jordan the longest. Leah Williamson, Leah Vouty, Kim Little, also known her a long time. Yeah, they're the ones I know and talk to the most out of all the girls. But like I say, I get on with all of them. I annoy them, but you know, I think they like me.
Why do you think you annoy them? What do you think you do?
Because I'm just a wind up. I know I'm a wind up. I'm happy. I'm a proud wind up. I do that with
love
everyone.
it.
Everyone that knows me will say the same. So yeah,
absolutely love it. Are you like practical joker or just like constantly sort of like, or like, we know when you say like you wind someone up, like what do you mean?
Not so much practical. Like I'm not going to jump out and scare them.
Okay.
But yeah, just annoying.
Yeah, if you know they don't like something, yeah, you might.
I know how to push people's gears and just get a reaction out of them. Like it's all light-hearted.
Oh, that's brilliant. You were talking a little bit about sort of when you were younger and how you started off at Leyton Orient, and then you couldn't get over to Arsenal because your mum couldn't take you.
Yeah.
So you're in East London now, aren't you? You're from Walthamstow.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Born in Whips Cross, same as Hospital's David Beckham. That's my claim to fame.
Represent.
Yeah. Yeah. I was brought up in Leytonstone, and then my grandparents were in Walthamstow. So yeah, I was between Leytonstone and Walthamstow throughout my whole childhood.
Okay. I was born in Homerton in Hackney.
Okay.
But I'm from Mile End, so I went to school in Bethnal Green.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, like, I should probably support West Ham, but I support Arsenal.
I should probably support West Ham as well, technically, but I don't really know how Arsenal came in the picture because most of my family are Tottenham. So yeah, I don't really know how.
I've got that as well, and I find that weird. I think, like, if you're going to support a club, I'm going to cause probably some arguments now. If you're going to support a club from North London, why are you not supporting Arsenal? Silence says everything there. Like, no, but I think maybe like growing up in the 90s and the 2000s, like we were really spoilt for choice with Arsenal, like in the men's and the women's teams.
The men were at one stage one of the best teams. Obviously, we're struggling a bit now on the men's side, but yeah, the women's team, we've always been one of the top teams as well. Obviously, we fell off a little bit, but I would say we're back on form and back competing to win titles.
Absolutely. What do you think the sort of change was?
Obviously Joe came in, so that's a change of manager, a change of ideas. Sort of everyone got on board with that, and then it just moved really quickly. Obviously we won the league last year. Currently third, but there's there's still time for us to get back on top. So yeah, probably Joe came in and just put his own spin on things.
Yeah. And I mean, like, we've got like half the Dutch national team in our side as well at the moment. So.
Yeah, basically that. So, they've taken over. I still can't speak any Dutch, but yeah.
Can you not?
Nah.
I don't know why I'm saying that surprised. Like, I feel like it's quite a difficult language to speak.
He tries to teach me, but it just goes over my head. I prefer Spanish.
Okay. A lot of the girls as well, I've just got like a question coming to the DMs. They want to know, when you were younger, what was one of like the biggest sort of challenges getting into football? So you said about your mum not being able to take you up to Arsenal, that might have postponed things a little bit. And for them as well, if their parents can't take them, then they also don't go to trials and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was very fortunate in the sense my mum did take me to training and did take me to all my games. But yeah, obviously that's a big, massive factor in sport, in any sport, is the support of the parents, and the parents being able to, it's not so much the support, it's being able to, either it depends if they're working or financially, whatever it may be, that's obviously a big, massive factor. That's why I think it's amazing the work that most of the grassroots teams do. I know there's a lot of carpool sharing, for example. That's one way to sort of allow the girls to go to training and to go and play the games. But I know it's not easy. It's very difficult. Everyone's got different sort of backgrounds, and that's something that we need to try and overcome as a community. But yeah, like I say, it's difficult.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, like, there are so many grassroots organisations doing fantastic work. And I mean, it's amazing that you're one of our ambassadors. And was it that kind of like passion for grassroots that kind of drew you to Goals for Girls in the first place? Like, what was the story there, just in case people don't know?
Yeah, well, basically, Fran and Toby, my agent, sort of got into contact. They started discussing me, and then my agent sort of proposed it to me, the organisation. I spoke to Fran, and immediately it was a case of, I can relate to these girls and these girls can relate to me. Obviously in the East London area, I probably know how they've grown up in sort of the boundaries and the limitations they may have. So I thought, if I can do anything, even if it's just going to speak to them once or whatever the case may be, then hopefully that'll just inspire them and want them to sort of achieve and just go on to do whatever they put their mind to. Not just football, literally in anything. Yeah,
I think that's really important that you say that, because I think a lot of people see Goals for Girls and they think automatically it's just all about football.
Yeah.
But
it's definitely not. The work that goes in with Goals for Girls, obviously there's a lot of mentoring that goes on as well that people probably don't see. They just see it's a football thing, and there's football training. But no, there's a lot more that goes on after school, during school. Basically, Fran is probably like their big sister. I was gonna say their mum, but I don't actually.
No, don't. They do call her their mum, and I know she like, oh, but it is like, oh, I do really like it, but also I'm not your mum. I'm not old enough. But no, yeah, like, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of mentoring that goes on. We talk a lot about mental health, body image, what it means to be a woman growing up in the 21st century, especially like in central London and East London in particular, so like areas of high deprivation. But I mean, the girls were absolutely inspired when they met you. I mean, there's like a brilliant picture where they're like screaming and you're covering your ears.
Yeah, that wasn't even a joke. They literally
They can be so loud, but I love it. I love seeing them like that. So when this mad time is over, they would absolutely love to see you again.
Yeah, definitely. I was supposed to go in to see them actually before the lockdown happened. So logistically, we just need to set up again. But yeah, it was unfortunate that obviously we had to go into quarantine. But yeah, I'm due to go back and see some of the girls again, which I can't wait.
That'd be brilliant. What else have you got sort of like planned for when this is over?
There's a list. There's a long list. I like eating out in restaurants, so I definitely need to go to some sort of restaurant, any sort of restaurant, whether it's fancy or not. I'm craving a Vapiano's or a Nando's, to be honest. So
one of the questions sent in was, what is the first restaurant you're going to go to after lockdown's lifted?
The first one, I have been craving Chinese in Chinatown in the Dorchester. It's a bit fancy, but I have been craving that. So if I can get reservation, then yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Love that. Someone just commented saying next time they see you, they're going to scream just as loud. That's probably one of the girls that met you. So maybe like buy some earplugs.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have some sort of headphones.
Love that. Are you excited to get back with your teammates? I know that's like a big part of motivation for you.
Yeah, no, definitely, 100%. Even just like the banter point of view, obviously we still speak to each other on WhatsApp or on Microsoft Teams, like FaceTime. But yeah, to be around everyone again, yeah, I think everyone's missing that, just from a social point of view.
Yeah. Are you do you have like any sort of like Zoom quizzes with the girls or anything like that? Is there anyone who's always like, let's get on a Zoom call?
We had a quiz a couple of weeks ago that our sports scientist arranged, and it was actually really, really good. It went on for hours.
Okay.
No, it was really, really good. That was just good just to see everyone back laughing and joking again. So, yeah.
Did you win?
We did actually win. But
okay.
Kim Little, I'm naming names. Kim Little and Jennifer Beattie, they cheated. Because when we was doing the tallies, they lied, basically. So, yeah, we did win. Me, Jordan, and Leah.
So you're calling out the Scots, yeah?
Oh, facts, yeah. They cheated big time. So, yeah, me, Jordan, Leah, we won that.
Okay. I believe you. So.
Thanks.
Another question that's just come in that says, if you had to give someone advice for overcoming setbacks, what would that advice be?
What would that be? In a way, it's to embrace it. Obviously, you've got to accept it. First of all, you have to accept that it is a setback.
Yep.
So once you've accepted it, then you can put things in place that then overcome it. So yeah, it's not a quick fix. It's not I'm going to give you this advice and it's like that. It's a step-by-step process. You've really got to sort of work at it and try and be as positive as possible. But yeah, I mean, it's any sort of setback is not nice. It's not fair. You'd think it's not fair. You'd probably question a lot of things. But the most important thing is just to sort of put a plan in place and to, really sort of tick things off and have like a checklist. Because then when you do, you're able to achieve something. It's an accomplishment because then you feel better about yourself. So definitely sort of write things down in a diary or literally just a piece of paper, whatever it may be, just so you can actually see it and then you can visualize things and tick things off and actually feel like you've achieved what you've wanted to achieve on a step-by-step basis.
Yeah, I really like that piece of advice Chet gave you about the smiley faces.
Yeah, it's just literally something like that. You don't have to necessarily write a journal or anything long like that. Just literally a face. You can then flick through and see, do you know what? Yeah, this actually was good. Okay, I had a bad day out of 2 weeks, but most of the days were good and I felt good. But yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah, so for anyone that's not read that article that's in the stories, Chet gave Dan a bit of advice that said, keep a record of your feelings, of your days. So like whether the day's been a good one or a bad one. And like Dan said, you don't have to write like a journal or like sentences or paragraphs. It's literally a case of putting a smiley face if it was a good day or a sad face and if it was a bad day. So then you can kind of look through at the end of the week and you might find, oh, actually, I had a lot more good days than I thought I did. But yeah, I love that guy. Have you seen recently? So he plays ice hockey, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he like, do you follow him on Instagram?
Yeah.
So he put up like.
Was it the things when he was throwing the balls?
Oh, that's sick. That's sick for if you're like training to be a goalkeeper. But like, no, he's like ice hockey drills. So he was like, oh, I found like this piece of smooth wood, and he's literally got his huge shin pads on. Because he's a keeper and he's just like sliding around on the floor.
Yeah.
He's an absolute nutter. I love him. He's so brilliant.
Yeah, he's really nice. Yeah, it's crazy.
Speaking about ice hockey, someone said, if you had the chance to play a different sport, what would that sport be?
Well, I'd like to think I can play badminton.
Okay.
So I'll take badminton, table tennis. What else? That's probably it. Yeah, definitely badminton.
Okay. Any sort of like hand-eye coordination sort of?
No, I wouldn't say that. I can't play tennis. For the life of me, yeah. As easy as Serena Williams makes it look, I can't do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she makes like.
I know my limits. I know my limitations.
Okay. So you'll push yourself to a certain extent and then be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna embarrass myself. Yeah.
Someone said, can you ask her what she's having for dinner tonight, please?
Is that real?
Who is that? Is that someone you? Is that someone you know? Yeah.
Yeah, Ruby. Yeah. What am I having? I actually don't know what I'm having for dinner yet. Haven't thought about it.
Okay.
I'll text you.
Okay. There you go, Ruby. She'll let you know later on what she's having for dinner.
Tennis. Ha ha ha.
Is that not tennis? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
How are you a good cook? You're not a good cook? Do you like cooking?
Yeah, I rate myself in the kitchen. I'll say I'm a good cook, good baker. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done your lockdown banana bread?
Yeah, done. I think I've done it the first week. To be fair, I've done quite a lot in lockdown in terms of baking wise.
Okay.
What have I done? Carrot cake. Made a sweet potato pie the other day.
Oh.
Cookies. Yeah. Basically,
That
Ruby,
is
the girl who just mentioned that, Ruby. She's been I've been trying to keep up with her. She's the baker.
okay. So she asked that question to try and show you up, innit?
Basically, but she knows what I can do. So.
Someone's just asked, would you ever leave Arsenal? Please don't. That's what they've said.
I mean, I wouldn't want to, but you know, it's football. Things happen, so it's not in my hands.
Fadumo, shout out Fadumo at the Telegraph, Women's in Sport. She's asked, who's the best DJ in the squad and who has questionable music taste in the team?
Right, questionable music taste will be Kim, only because in the gym, like she would put on the slowest songs, like it doesn't get the heart pumping or you motivate for anything, which is really annoying. So yeah, Kim, I would say, has got the worst taste in music. DJ.
There's a lot of shade has been thrown on Kim today.
Because people don't know a lot about Kim, so yeah, if you want to know the real Kim, ask me anything. But yeah, the DJ,
best DJ.
Leah would be the DJ. She plays for the crowd. I'll put my headphones in. But yeah, Leah's the team DJ. She might play the odd song for me, but I just put my own headphones in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The only thing I know about Leah's music taste is that she likes country and western.
Do you know what? I haven't actually heard her play a lot of that.
Okay.
But yeah, Leah likes any sort of music, to be fair. So that wouldn't surprise me.
Okay. That's cool. Somebody asked earlier on, who was your most favourite Arsenal player growing up?
That would be Henry, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, Henry. Just the way, you know, it's just him as a player. Just his swagger, I would say. He was elegant with it. So yeah, I'll definitely say Henry had a bit about him.
Yeah. I saw something recently with him. I don't know who was asking him. They were asking him about gym time and how important it was for him to get in the gym. And he kind of looked at them and was like, no, like being on the pitch is and was the most important thing to me.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on that? Are you all about the gym time or would you rather be out on the pitch?
I think any player would rather be out on the pitch, to be fair. I mean, I appreciate the gym work and what it does to support you as a player. But yeah, if you're a footballer, that's all you want to do. You want to be on the pitch playing football. But yeah, like I say, I do appreciate what you have to do in the gym to be able to go out there and play. But yeah, ultimately, everyone just wants to be on the pitch, on the park, playing with a ball.
Yeah. I suppose there's like, obviously you get better kind of in terms of technicality, technique, working as a team. But there's like that element of when you were younger, just playing with your mates.
Yes, exactly. Literally just carefree. You just need a ball, surface. Don't even need necessarily an actual goal. Just need 2 bags or 2 jumpers as the goal. So yeah, it's a very simple sport.
Love that. Someone said, ask her a maths question.
Who said that?
I don't know. Earlier on, someone said, ask her a maths question. Mary?
Okay. No. No, because my physio, I thought it would have been my physio. She likes to put her 2 pence in there.
Okay. We'll leave that one then. We'll cut that one out. Question now, what's your advice for young and up-and-coming girls who play football?
Someone just rang me, sorry.
That's all right. So any advice for up-and-coming girls wanting to play football?
Like I always say, the biggest thing, biggest bit of advice I could say to anybody is just enjoy whatever you're doing. Enjoy what you're doing, listen to your coaches because they do know best. and just put the work in. It's literally as simple as that. If you want to be the best at anything, you've got to do extra. You've got to put the time in, and you've got to want to improve as well. So definitely be open-minded when your coach is sort of telling you to do things, even if you think, oh, I'm doing this right, or I don't want to do that. They're obviously telling you it for a reason. So just listen to them.
Yeah. Same with teachers as well. Listen to your teachers.
Yeah, stay in school, kids.
Stay in school. Someone asked earlier, I had a load of questions sent in earlier from the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who would be the best and worst person to be stuck in a lift with?
Oh, the best and worst person. That's a difficult one.
Yeah. We'll narrow it down. We'll do it with people in the Arsenal team. Yeah.
Best person to be stuck in a lift with would be, I'll say Leah Williamson, just because we're sort of on that same mental level. We can have a conversation, you know, time will go by quite quickly and smoothly. The worst person will probably be Jill.
Okay.
Yeah. Jill and Katie, actually, they're probably level pickings. They're just they're loud. Together, they're the worst couple. They're the worst pair. But yeah, Jill by herself, I would say, will be the worst person to be stuck in a lift with. She's just a bit, bit much in a lift like that. Yeah, Jill's too much there.
Okay. So Leah best, Jill worst.
Yeah.
Okay, standing by that, no changes. Happy with that.
Yeah, let's stick with that.
Someone just said, I hope they're watching this.
I don't think they are. That's why I said them.
That's why you've said it.
That's why I've been naming everybody. I know they're not watching.
You're safe. One of the girls wanted to know, if you weren't a footballer, what would you be?
If I wasn't a footballer, I would be, not sure what I'd be exactly, but I like maths. So I actually wish I'd done a maths degree, so I would probably have done something in finance, earning a lot of money.
Clever.
There we go.
Touching on that point, someone else sent in a message asking, how did you manage studying with training as a professional athlete?
Yeah, it was definitely tough. I mean, I'm still studying now, but no, when I was doing my undergrad course, it was definitely tough trying to balance it all. But I mean, as with anything, you've got to do it. You just got to put time aside to sort of have a balance, like football life, balance education. So yeah, it's all about time management, I would say.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think a lot of girls, they ask that question, I think, because a lot of them still struggle to see being a professional footballer as a career. Mm-hmm. And so we get a lot of questions for them when we do workshops or mentoring, or even if we just see them on the pitch. They're kind of like, I have to have something else for me to be doing other than football, just in case, or if I do make it and then my career ends, I need to kind of go into a different avenue. Yeah,
no, 100%. My mum's always sort of drilled that into me as well. And obviously, especially in women's football, it's not as financially secure as the men's side of things. So yeah, even for me now, I know I need to do something alongside it, or to be set up for when I do eventually stop playing football, just because of the nature of the sport, and you have to live.
Someone just said you've been playing in the wrong position because I heard you're a keeper.
Who said that?
I don't know, but moving on swiftly from that one. Someone's just said,
not a keeper, I'll jump on the ball, so.
I think they mean keeper in the other sense. Hey!
Who was that? Was it TK?
I don't know. No, it's someone called JV6, something like that. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Don't joke. Okay, it's not as weird. It's not as weird then as I thought.
Weird. That's what I'm thinking.
Someone said, who's the GOAT on the Arsenal team?
Kim Little, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you say that?
Just her all-round game, on and off the pitch. She's obviously been at Arsenal. She's gone to America, done her thing there, come back, and everyone just respects her because we know what she's capable of, and she's just a nice person.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Just like for me as well, her vision when she plays.
Oh
Like
yeah, definitely. Miles ahead. She can see things
Yeah.
that many people can't see, or
Yeah.
seconds before you. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, literally some of the passes that she makes, some
Yeah.
of the assists that she gets. I think I was watching Kelly Smith and Ian Wright, you know, they analyze like goals for Barclays.
Yeah.
And they were doing Viv's goals, and she was assisted by Kim, and Viv was like, I literally know as soon as Kim has the ball, like I like there's something like naturally I know where it is that she wants me to be, sort of thing.
Yeah. No,
so yeah, just
Kim, yeah, and she's just so humble with it as well. So yeah, I don't mind bigging her up because she would never ever say it herself or whatnot. She's not even on social media that often. But yeah, no,
someone's just said that. Yeah, they're like, can someone get Kim on social media so we can properly worship her?
Yeah, you won't get her, literally.
I like that though. I like that.
Yeah.
Just like focus on the game, focus on yourself, because social media can be dangerous.
Oh, 100%. To be fair, I'm not necessarily on it that much neither. Just because I sort of pick and choose. Obviously, you can be infatuated by it, and especially the younger girls or not younger girls, the younger generation. They're so fixated on it, and they're on it constantly, and they're seeing things that's not real. People don't understand Instagram's fake. Like, you can portray to be whatever you want to be, and then as soon as you put the phone down, no one really knows what they're really like. So yeah, I try not to take it in too much. I just see what I like and sort of move with it in that way. I'm normally on Instagram looking at food or materialistic things, but yeah, I know most of it I'm just like dreaming of things, and in the food it's a case of, I wish I had that, but I can't get it.
Someone wants to know, what do you eat before a game? We're going back to food.
Yeah, I'm talking about food all day. My would normally be the night before. I would have spaghetti bolognese.
Okay.
And then the morning before, depending on what time kickoff is, I'd like to have eggs and avocado on toast. Yeah, that's what I would have before a game.
Lots of healthy fats, lots of protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game, yeah.
Do you prefer morning games or afternoon games?
I prefer 12 o'clock kickoff.
Okay, in the middle.
Yeah. I don't like evening games, just because you've got to wait around and obviously you're buzzing for the game. But yeah, ideally 12 o'clock kickoff. Sort of nice, just a nice time.
Yeah. Oh, go to coffee order. Next question.
Coffee order. Do you know what? I've sort of forced myself to like coffee. Basically, all the girls used to be like, "Oh, let's go for a coffee," and I was ordering hot chocolate or green tea or normal tea. And I sort of felt that's getting a bit childish now. Let me try and force the coffee thing. I'm getting older. I'm getting old now. So yeah, but now I can actually drink coffee. Before I used to put like loads of sugar in and be like, oh yeah,
okay,
not really liking it, but trying to be mature and grown. But yeah, no, now I can actually drink coffee and I enjoy it. So yeah, my normal coffee order would just be a oat milk latte.
Oh, nice. Oat milk flat white. I like it a little bit stronger.
Fair enough.
I'm a little bit more grown up.
Yeah, you definitely are. I haven't elevated to that yet. To be fair, I'm still a tea person. Yorkshire tea all day. So.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
First thing I do in the morning, cup of tea. Has to be.
Yeah. To be fair, I'll have green tea in the morning. But yeah, I'm a tea person.
Okay. A question that was sent in earlier said, if you could have like a coffee with any celebrity, who would it be? Good job you like coffee now, isn't it?
Yeah, just see what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I sort of had to. I've given in to society. I've given in to anybody in the world. I wouldn't mind sitting down with Ian Wright, to be fair. He looks like stuff. Obviously Arsenal legend as well. So I think we can probably talk about a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. A few more questions. Career highlight. What's been your career highlight? Lots of people asking about that. Lots of girls asked about that as well.
Do you know what? My career highlight, I would say, is playing with the legends of the Arsenal women's team. So the likes of Rachel Yankey, Kelly Smith, Jane Ludlow, Kara Grant, Emma Byrne, Alex Scott, Yvonne Tracy, and all the girls that have passed. I've missed loads. I shouldn't have started naming people. But literally that sort of era, I would say that's probably been the highlight of my career. And especially where not many people have been able to do that. and they won't ever be able to do that. I would say that's definitely, it sort of set me up for my career now. But yeah, no, definitely, I learned a lot from those girls, and I would say my winning mentality came from those girls, and they taught me how to win and to always want to win.
Yeah, I think sometimes people forget like how much of a force Arsenal women's team have been in the women's game, and just like the players that you just listed, like they are the greats and they've set the foundations. But then you even forget about like Ellen White played for Arsenal, Steph Houghton played for Arsenal, Farrah Williams played for Arsenal, you know, just scores and scores and scores of women. And I think it's brilliant now that we can draw quite a lot of players from big European clubs and European countries as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's really benefited us in the last kind of like year since Joe's come in, like you said earlier. But yeah, no. So you learned a lot from those greats.
Yeah, definitely. Just like I said, all those players, Vic Akers, Laura Harvey at the time. Yeah, just thinking about it now, that was a great time. Obviously, I was very young, but I learned so much from them.
Yeah. Good question here. You're in the club post-league win. Who's buying the first round?
Who's buying the first round? Other than the manager, Joe would definitely. He would cover the bill. If not Joe, then Jordan. Jordan will cover my round anyway.
You've got a holder to that now.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Lots of questions about playing for England and what that's like as a player. Like, I'm sure that's something that you grew up dreaming of, you know. Yeah. And I mean, like your debut for the senior team, it was quite a debut.
I mean, obviously, everyone wants to sort of play for their senior team, which I've been fortunate to do so a few times now. But yeah, no, my debut was, if Carlsberg did debuts, then that's what it was. I mean, that's up there with one of my career highlights as well. But yeah, you couldn't write that.
For the people that don't know, do you want to just quickly explain what your mediocre debut was like?
Scored a hat-trick on my debut away in Estonia. So yeah, wasn't a bad game for me.
Someone just said, who celebrated hardest after winning the league last year?
Who celebrated hardest? We all did, to be fair. If you asked us, we probably couldn't remember what happened that night. So I'll say equally, we all celebrated.
That's the only answer you can give to that question.
Can't remember.
Someone just said, what's your favourite celebration?
Favourite celebration? As in the chocolate?
Let's do both, actually. What's your favourite chocolate celebration? And then what's your favourite celebration for a goal?
Oh, definitely the Malteser one.
Oh, yeah.
That's up there. And then celebration for the goal, I just kissed this finger, which I've got a tattoo, which is my mum's initial, and this is her wedding ring that I wear there. So I just point. I normally pick her out in the crowd, and I'll point out where she is.
Your mum, does she come and watch a lot of your games still?
Yeah, I mean, she even goes to the games. When I've been injured, she's still been going to the home games, supporting the girls. So yeah, she loves it.
Oh, that's brilliant. What's your mum's name?
Valerie.
Big up, Valerie.
Yeah, big up, Val.
Love that kind of support. Is that when you like speak to players or like you hear them talk about mums, a lot of them talk about other people's mums.
Yeah.
And it's how like they've become the mum of the club, the mum of the team.
Yeah, that's when, my mum's always there. Leah's mum's always supporting her and the girls. Obviously we're the two most local players probably, so it's easier for our parents to go to these games.
Oh, brilliant. Someone just said, we love Val.
Yeah, who said that? I don't know. I'm terrible. I haven't even been reading those comments.
That's all right. It's mostly just love. Okay. That's all it is.
Appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, a lot of hellos, a lot of smiley emojis, heart eye emojis. Oh, what's your favourite goal?
My favourite goal? I'll probably say my FA Cup goal at Wembley against Chelsea. Obviously, playing at Wembley was crazy. but also the amount of people actually had there supporting me and the girls, the team. I think in the end, there was about 70 to 80 that I actually just sold tickets for, or 2, should I say. So yeah, I'll say that game was amazing. And then obviously to score at Wembley and to help us get the cup was obviously up there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. What's that like, stepping out on the pitch at Wembley?
It's crazy. I mean, we're fortunate enough at London Colney, the pitches are like carpet anyway. But yeah, stepping out at Wembley was also like carpet, and obviously, but the pitch is massive. So it's the same size, but I guess the adrenaline and everything else, it was just a case of like, wow, we're at Wembley. But then obviously running up and down, doing those things, it adds up. But no, it was amazing. Like I say, at the time, it was a record crowd. So to play in front of all those people, just amazing.
Was that 2018? That was?
Yeah, that was, I think it came up on my
early in
4 years ago now. I think it's 2016.
Oh, whoa, no.
It's crazy. Yeah.
I've always wondered, like, when you step out on a pitch, like at Wembley, can you hear anything? Like, or can you just hear like, ah? Like, can you hear your teammates?
It's different. Yeah, so when I go to our games, women's games, it's not as loud as obviously if you go to a men's game, even if it's the same amount of people. I think probably because there's a lot of young people there, and it's probably not as much shouting that goes on. But you can hear your teammates, but not as well. And obviously we're not necessarily used to all those people being there. So it's a bit harder to hear your teammates, but you know, if you can you have to get by. You can still hear people. You just got to shout a bit louder.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're going to do one last question. And we're going to go with, we'll do 2. So we'll do this one. We'll do, what's the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning?
Food.
I should have guessed what the answer is. And the last one is, if you could kind of like give any form of like motivational piece of advice to our girls during this time, because a lot of them are really struggling. I know our mentors, they're working really, really hard. They're taking everything on virtually. But I mean, like most adults, a lot of our kids are finding it difficult to kind of like get up and get through the day and complete their work, complete their tasks. So if you could just give them kind of like one piece of motivational advice to kind of hold on to get them through until you see them again, obviously.
Yeah.
What would that be?
I'll probably say don't be so hard on yourself. We're all human. We can all have off days. Yeah, allow yourself to have off days. You're not robots. But in terms of getting through the day, it's just a case of sort of write down a plan maybe the night before of what you want to do or what you want to achieve the next day. It doesn't have to be anything mad productive. You can just literally say, I don't know if it's work or if it's a school work, say finish the module or whatever it is you're meant to do by the end of the day. So then once you do that, you can tick that off and be like, oh yeah, I've achieved that today. Even if it's outside of school, if you say I'll spend an hour playing PlayStation or whatever it may be, it's just literally just give yourself these little targets and things to sort of work towards, because then at the end of the day you can see what you've done and you can see it's actually been a productive day. Like I say, it doesn't have to be work. You don't have to sort of kill yourself. It's just whether it's do the washing up, do the, I don't know, clean the bathroom, whatever it may be. Just little things like that, just so you can work towards something.
Yeah, just kind of break things down, make things a little bit more manageable, a little bit more structure.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, love that.
That's what I'm saying in this time. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, just because we're off and we're home, don't feel like you have to achieve the whole world in this period. Like, this is also time just to sort of regroup and get yourself in a mentally stable position.
Thanks, Dan. Dan, it's been absolutely lovely catching up.
Thank you. It's been good.
Yeah. Lots of love on there. A lot of people winding you up. Is it your birthday on Monday?
Yeah, it is.
Happy birthday for Monday.
Everyone calling me old up it. Yeah.
Yep, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep. People are calling 27.
Yeah.
Someone said 30.
Whoa. That's a bit much. To be fair, I'm the baby of my friendship group, so yeah, I'm still young. I'm a spring chicken compared to.
Absolutely. And we'll see that on the pitch.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay, well, keep safe, stay motivated, hope everything goes well with rehab and training, and we cannot wait to have you back.
Appreciate that. Thanks for speaking to me, and hopefully, yeah, see you out there on the pitch soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Later. Bye.